when we're now going to talk about data collection techniques, we're going to stick with Velociraptor. Now, with everything that I've mentioned before in webinars is when it comes to the forensics process, it's not just about the analysis. The most important part is data collection, because otherwise you don't have anything to analyze. Now we need to be careful when we do collections, data collections. We can do memory, disk, logs. We can collect a lot of things, and we need to make an informed decision on what is the effort and the best way to go about that. And so the file system on Windows has a few artifacts that are really important for us for forensic analysis. There's the NTFS files like MFT, metadata, things along those lines that basically manage files. We have the Windows registry, we have the Windows event logs, and we have a bunch of other artifacts. Some of them we have already looked into. So those are all sources of evidence that we can use to find out about execution, persistence mechanisms, anything that might have happened on a system. So we have the option to capture either just the data that we're interested in, such as forensic artifacts like registry keys, just registry hives, or event logs, or just random artifacts such as the Mcache and so on. Or we have the option to capture the entire disk and the entire memory of a system. Two different approaches in this case. The first one is a live data collection, which is easier because if you have to do it at scale, imagine if you have 500 megabytes of files that you want to collect from a couple hosts or several hosts, that becomes quick very, 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 very soon. So you need to make sure that you understand what you're collecting if you do it at scale, so that the file sizes are not going to get too big. Or otherwise, with the bit-by-bit copy of a system, ideally you even have a write blocker, so you can make sure you preserve the integrity of the system, and also you can get an authentic version, a copy of a particular disk, for example. So that's the in-depth forensic, versus what we are talking about is mostly live data collection, because we want to look at several systems at scale quickly. So that's what I just wanted to throw into real quick, because it has a lot to do with Velociraptor. Velociraptor can do that for us. For those who are familiar with forensics or have done forensics course, you have seen CAPE, right? CAPE is this cool, awesome tool that actually can extract a number, like dozens, hundreds of artifacts from a disk image. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do that across all the systems at scale? Now, one way to do that is, and this is what I would do, for example, my forensics process, I would set it up as my data collection process. I would set it up as, if there's a compromised system, I would deploy a Velociraptor agent, because then I can remotely execute a data collection. The way how to do that is basically this one. We have another artifact in Velociraptor that can run CAPE on your systems, on your targets. So you can just choose which kind of data you want to collect, which targets. In this case, just a basic collection, but there's a lot of other collections. And when you do that, you can then select which systems you want to cover. And then you can see the systems that you ran it across. And then you can see how many bytes you collected, how many files you got in there. And then in Notebook, all you see is just basically the files that were collected. So all the files, this is just a log file. But in order to work with the data collection, you can then just go ahead and click download the results over here, full download. And then the server is going to stage the results for us. Again, a single system already having 500 megabytes. Imagine if you have several systems, so you can't do that really with too many. But you can then just go ahead and download this particular collection. And then from there, just rename it. And then look inside of it. So basically we have client, I think it was actually in the uploads, NTFS. This should resemble the C drive. And then here we have the data collection of the C drive. So here you can find your files in folders that we just collected by running Velociraptor remotely for data collections. Plus, this is the first option. The second option is, what if this system is offline? Or what if the system connect to the system. Somebody needs to execute something manually because it's offline, because you can't connect, you can't deploy Velociraptor. You can actually create a data collector, an offline collector with Velociraptor as well in server artifacts. So this is not a hunt now. Now we have the server do something for us, which is create an offline collector. So if you go in here, so here you can see all the history stuff that I've run and imported in the server. And here there's a button that allows us to build an offline collector. Pretty flexible. So we can do, I want to collect the same stuff I would like to collect with Cape, but I need an exe file out of this. So now let's say I want to package Cape into this offline collector, and I do next. Then I can now specify exactly what do I want to collect. For those who are familiar with Cape, you can see collections where there's all these artifacts, or you can just do individual artifacts. Let's say in my case, I want to collect, again, all these artifacts with this collector. And then I can just skip those next steps and just launch it. And now Cape is going to create a binary that allows me to, this one, execute it. And then just basically it runs the Cape collection, which is a compliant format that you can import into Velociraptor again. And this is the cool part about it. So here we have the download. Because again, I think actually results probably. There it is. So now Cape just created a collector. All I need to do is I need to drop this binary onto a system where I want to collect data from, and it would automatically run it, collect basically the artifacts that we just selected using the Cape collector. And then you can also say you want to upload it automatically somewhere, or you want to just store it in a zip file or in a container or something. This is a really cool way, and something that was missing in the forensic world for a long time, getting easy collectors going to make data collection easy and not just manually grabbing things. So Cape was a solution, and now Velociraptor can wrap anything you want within a collector, and then you can upload the results into the Velociraptor server even as well. So that's the second thing that I wanted to show you on this end. A lot of cool things just through the power of Velociraptor.